reading Proverbs chapter 12, it said that the arrogant fool's anger is quickly known because he lacks self-control and common sense. But a prudent man ignores an insult. It also says that there is one who speaks rashly, like the thrust of a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So that just made me consider everybody that I know who kind of have fits of anger, outbursts of rage, right? It's the people that everyone kind of knows, or don't say nothing to them because they got an anger problem, right? It says the fool's anger is quickly known. So the Bible calls this person a fool. Why? Because they lack self-control. So it's not that the prudent man doesn't feel anger. It's not that the prudent man doesn't feel that knee-jerk and that offense, right? But what makes him prudent is that he ignores an insult. What makes him prudent is that he moves in self-control. So even though he feels that offense, even though he feels that anger, even though he feels maybe even disrespected, right? He uses self-control and he makes a decision to ignore an insult. Then it says there is one who speaks rashly like the thrust of a sword. Do you know somebody who can cut you with their words? That's the thrust of a sword. They could be in a situation where they're actually and honestly, agreeably disrespected, right? So that person who they're bickering with, they went low. But the problem is the one who speaks rashly like the thrust of a sword, they go low and then you go to hell. That's, figuratively and literally. That's just what the thrust of a sword is. It's deep. It cuts you. A sword is not just a little pocket knife, right? A sword goes through you. Words have power. And although we like to think and act as if words don't faze us, according to the word of God, they have power. They can uplift, they can tear down, they can build, and they can plant. They have life and death, and there is life and death in the tongue. But the tongue of the wise brings healing. Have you ever seen somebody get into an argument and the other person is going off? They the foolish person, right? They're giving full vent to their spirit. They angry, okay? And so much so that they might even be causing a scene, right? And instead of the person who they're bickering with matching that energy, instead of that person getting with them, they speak to them from a place of maturity. They speak to them from a place of wisdom. And they use their words instead to cut deeper than they felt cut, right? I'm not going to cut you the same way you cut me, but instead I'm going to speak truth. I'm going to speak life. I'm going to speak wisdom to you. And you can see these people bickering, and then the other person doesn't meet them where they're at, and they speaking truth to them, life to them. This is not even what this is. It's I understand that you're angry, but you're better than this. We can't be sitting out here bickering in the streets, bickering in front of kids.